Hey everybody, it's Mr. Mike here, and it is 2017. I thought I'd just film a little video telling you what you might expect at a Mr. Mike VBS or a family concert. And I have a couple frequently asked questions from people out at different churches that are wondering what's it like to have Mr. Mike at their event. So let's get started. Why have a guest artist come to my VBS? Well, lots of VBSs these days are, the churches purchase them in a box. And it just comes in a box and you open it and then it's done for the week. And it comes with music and a lot of churches have trouble bringing the excitement and energy. And so bringing in an outside artist that does this kind of stuff week in, week out really brings a lot of energy to your event. And the music, Mr. Mike is a brand and it lasts all year long, so it's not just that 1 week. So why have a guest artist come? Those reasons. Another question is, what does a Mr. Mike visit entail? Well, I usually show up a day early and rehearse with either the band, or if there's no band, then the tech team. And then I stay throughout your VBS week. And then I return home, and whether it's across the country or whether it's a couple hours away driving, I'm there for the whole week. Let's see here. What will it be like to have Mr. Mike come to my church? Well, I'll be there. I'll be on my A game with all of my energy. I'll be excited to see your kids. A lot of kids want autographs on their CDs, and so I don't just perform on stage and then go sit in the green room. I'm very comfortable around kids. I have a child of my own, and so I'll spend the in-between portions of VBS going around and greeting kids and making memories. And then after VBS is over, I'm there to meet parents and say hi and sign t-shirts and all those kinds of things. And so that's what a Mr. Mike visit entails. How will we connect with Mr. Mike before the event? Well, I'm really good with email, and I usually send Dropbox links that have all my songs, tracks, worship leading charts, anything that you would need. Even if you need Excel sheets or ProPresenter packages that have all of the digital media into Dropbox, I would send you a link so you can download it all and get it to your various tech team individuals. So beforehand, there's a lot of communication that goes on, phone calls, and we can just be in contact before your event starts. Does Mr. Mike bring his own band or use his own? I have the ability to bring my own band, but I've done it both ways. So churches sometimes have bands that they have rehearsed my songs months before, and they have a praise team of dancing kids on stage that back me up. And then when I show up, we all rehearse and I lead the band in their VBS. I've also done it where maybe the church didn't have a band ready, and so they thought that the tracks would bring more energy to the music, and so I've had just the tracks too, and that worked out just great. Doesn't need to have a big rock band, although it is fun. What are the costs involved bringing Mr. Mike to a church? Well, there's all different kinds of sizes of churches and big events and the length of time, and so I really work individually with each church. I know God provides, and this is a ministry, a music ministry that God has gifted me in, and so I rely on Him a lot for the leading. But there are different costs involved with bringing Mr. Mike out, especially if it's across the country or if it's a long driving distance here. I'd love to talk to you about what that is. And then the next question says, will it be worth it? Absolutely, I think it would totally be worth having Mr. Mike out, because I do ministry day in, day out, and the connection that I can find with your kids can last the whole year, year after year. A lot of parents say, Mr. Mike, since you've come here, the CD hasn't left our car, and they're driving around, and the parents don't get sick of it. And so it's a brand, and I come out with new music at least once a year, a couple times a year, and so it's a brand. I have a YouTube channel, and families can really buy into it. Okay. Does Mr. Mike have a family? Yes. I do have a family. I have a wife named Crystal and a baby named Esther. Been married almost 4 years now at the time of this recording, and my baby is 5 months now at the time of this recording. And so they are the joys of my life. They are the girls in my life. What production materials will Mr. Mike bring with him to an event? Well, I am very familiar with ProPresenter. I can use my own MacBook Pro that I hook up to your system, and I can come ready with all the lyrics and all the songs, or I can give everything to you so you can fit into your theme. I try to use the theme that I'm going to play VBS with, so if it's an underwater theme, I'll make all my stuff look like it's underwater, and so it'll match perfectly with your theme. And production materials, so I can bring more materials if you'd like, but usually I just bring a laptop, and then that's good enough because that's digital. But I can help you plan your props in your main room if you want to take your production to the next level. I'm pretty knowledgeable about lights, rental lights and fog machines and those kinds of things. So, okay, will Mr. Mike write original songs to blend into our current theme? Sure, I could write original songs that pertain to your church. Might take a little bit of extra resources for me to do so, since I don't just record my songs on my iPhone, and I get them professionally mixed and produced, and so there might be some extra resources needed for that, but I definitely can do that. Absolutely. Okay, another question. I heard you have a gold medal in the Junior Olympics. Can you explain? Yes. During high school, I trained in table tennis or ping pong, and at the end of high school, on my first year of college, I went when I was 19, and I won the gold medal on the Detroit Lions field. And they put some tables down on Detroit Lions field, and I won the gold medal in the Junior Olympics. So that was a great achievement, and something I'll always remember. And I'll play anyone at any church I visit, so that's a guarantee. Okay, and the last question says, how many times can you say 77s and 77 sevens, 777 sevens, 70s in 20 seconds? Well, let's try it out. Let's get a timer on the clock for 20 seconds, and ready, set, go. 77 sevens and 777 70s, 777 777 sevens, 70s, 77s in 77 sevens, 777 70s, 77 707 70. Okay, about 4. So anyways, once again, this is Mr. Mike, just giving you a little bit of information about what it's like to have Mr. Mike out at your church, and I hope to see you this year, maybe this summer at VBS, or later on for a family concert, or early on. But wanted to just connect with you, and so God bless you guys. Feel free to reach out on my website, heymrmike.com. There's plenty there that you can connect with me and shoot me an email at mike@heymrmike.com, and I'll get back to you. So God bless. Bye-bye.